Hello students. So we have started the chapter reproduction and today we will do reproductive patterns. So reproductive patterns, they will be of three types. First, external fertilization, external fertilization and external development. Okay, external fertilization and external development. First of all, you should know what is fertilization. So I told you that when male and female gametes fuse together, a structure is formed, a single cell, that is called zygote, and the process is called fertilization. Like if this is the male gamete and this is the female gamete, okay, they will combine and they will form one structure. Both the nuclei, they will combine and they will become single, and two cells will become single celled, and this structure is called zygote, and this process is called fertilization. Now external means outside. Okay, so here first of all you should know the example that this type of development occur in case of the frogs. So here means this male gamete and this female gamete, both these gametes, they are released by the male frog and female frog respectively into surrounding water, right? External surrounding water, and they will meet together by the flow of water current, right? With the water will help in their union, so they will combine and a structure, that is zygote, will be formed. This is the means external fertilization. So where it occurred, it doesn't occur inside the body of the organism, it occurred outside the body, right? And now this zygote, it will form later on it will form new frog. Okay, it means this, as it is present in the surroundings in water, so it will grow here only, and further it will develop into the new individual by going through the several stages. Okay, so means external development and external fertilization is there. Second one we will take now, that is the internal fertilization. Second one we will take here now, internal fertilization. Okay, I am writing in short form, and external development. Okay, so this type of the development you can see the students in case of the hen. Okay, all of you have seen the eggs. So how now it will occur means here male and female gamete, they will fuse together into the zygote inside the body of the female. Okay, inside the body of the female, then this structure, it will develop, grow into the egg, and then what will happen, hen will lay the egg to outside. Okay, egg will be laid outside by the hen, and this egg will further grow and develop into the chick. So means where fertilization occur inside the body of the female, that is called internal, and development occurs outside the body, that is called external. Okay, so first of all you should keep in mind that the examples, right, because you are familiar with all these frogs, hens and all. So examples, then try to understand external and internal meanings. Then last comes the third one, that is internal fertilization as well as internal development. Okay, so this type we have commonly seen. Example here will come human beings. Okay, example will come human beings. So here fertilization of the same male and female gamete will occur inside the body of the female, and structure will be formed, that is the zygote will be formed, and this fertilization occur inside the body of the female, and further this zygote will grow it will go through the several stages, like it will form the embryo, then fetus, then new baby, right? But all these events, they will be inside the body of the female. You have seen inside the womb of the mother. Okay, so means the fertilization is internal and development is also internal. So this is the example of the human beings. Okay, so this is all about the reproductive patterns. Next topic we will study now, that is the reproductive systems. We will study these reproductive systems in both, that is in male as well as in female. So first I will take the male reproductive system, this one. So male reproductive system diagram is given very clearly in the book. Okay, whenever you will just try to learn the names of the reproductive parts, then simultaneously see the diagram also. Okay, so male reproductive system, it consists mainly of the main organs. First, a pair of testes. Okay, testis, es means plural. If I will write like this, then single. Okay, singular and plural. So male reproductive system, it consists of a pair of, first I will take the male system. Okay, male reproductive system. So here first will be a pair of testes. Okay, then second part will be two sperm ducts. These ducts are pipe-like structures. They will come out from the testis, each testis. Two ducts will be there. Then third will be urethra. Okay, urethra means that is a common passage for the urine as well as for the sperms. Then last one will be the penis, that is the external organ, or we can say the external genitalia of the reproductive system. Now these testis location, where they will be present. So they will be present where? In a pouch like structure that is called the scrotum. Okay, they will be present in a pouch like structure that is called the, for example, here will be just pouch like structure that is called the scrotum. And why they are here? Because here temperature is means 2.5 to 3 near about. Okay, means less as comparison to degree Celsius, as comparison to the rest of the body. Less temperature is there, that is required for the formation of the male gametes. Okay, essential for the formation of male gametes, that is the sperms. Okay, so means they are present in the scrotum. Now ducts will be present. For example, this is the testis, so duct will be present. That is, duct is what? Pipe-like structure that will bring these sperms. Okay, that is called sperm duct. Okay, to the urethra. Urethra, I told you, that is the common passage for the urine as well as for the sperms, right? And this is surrounded by a muscular tissue, or we can say the external genitalia, that is called the penis, right? Now penis conducts both the urine as well as the semen. Okay, both urine and the sperms. Semen means the sperms plus some secretions of the glands. Fluid will be there. Glands will secrete the fluid collectively. So penis will just transfer these two, but not at the same time. Okay, not at the same time. Then very important in this is the structure of the sperm. That is very important. So structure of the sperm, it consists of mainly 3 parts. Okay, 3 parts will be here, and in this way roughly I am just drawing here 3 parts. What will be the 3 parts now? They will be, first will be the sperm head, it will be the neck, and this is the tail. This is the structure of the sperm: head, neck and tail. In higher classes you will study the functions of each and every part. Okay, briefly let me just tell you. Here also will be present a structure that is called the acrosome. That is called, although not given in your book, acrosome. Okay, but little bit one line is given. So acrosome, this structure is present here. Its function is, briefly I'm just telling you, its function is to penetrate into the egg. Okay, penetrate means to enter into the egg, and this structure will help, right? This is the head, means here will be present the nucleus of this sperm. This is the neck, here will be present the mitochondria and all, they will provide energy to the sperm. And tail, it help in the swimming of the sperm, movement of the sperm. So this is very important structure of sperm. Next I will take the now female reproductive system. Next I will take the female reproductive system. So female reproductive system, it consists of first a pair of ovaries. As in male you have studied a pair of testes, here will be a pair of ovaries. Then there you studied the ducts. Okay, sperm ducts. Here will be present the tube-like structures which are called fallopian tubes. Okay, a pair of the fallopian tubes means tubes which will bring the eggs, okay, from ovaries, right? Then third will be the uterus and fourth will be the vagina. These are the main parts of the female reproductive system. Okay, so ovaries, they will be like this, 2 to 3 centimeter in their diameter, and they will be present like this, a pair, okay, of the ovaries. Then there will be present structures like this, okay, structure like this. These are the finger like structures, and these tubes, these are the fallopian tubes. They will come and they will unite here, and a structure in like the inverted pair will be formed, that is called the uterus. Okay, so means here this is the ovary, these are the fallopian tubes, this is the uterus, and this is the vagina. Okay, so these main parts of the these are the main parts of the female reproductive system. Here will be eggs will be produced in the ovaries. They will enter here, they will come here, and here fertilization will occur in this part of the fallopian tube, and then gradually the zygote will enter here, and here will further growth occur. Okay, so fixing of this here is called the implantation. Okay, you will study in detail in the higher classes, but these, remember all these parts which I have discussed here, main parts of the female reproductive system. Okay, now these ovaries are responsible for the production of the hormones also. Similarly, these testes are also responsible for the production of hormones which help in the reproduction. Now, how does fertilization, next topic is how does fertilization takes place. This is the next topic. Okay, so how does fertilization takes place? So it takes place in the, I just demonstrated you earlier with the help of the diagram, that how it will be in the fallopian tube, in the initial part of the tube. Okay, that is the initial part of the oviduct. Books or in somewhere oviduct will be written. Okay, oviduct is also fallopian tube. Okay, oviducts, they are ducts which will arise from the ovaries and bring ova or eggs. Okay, so oviduct, initial part of the oviduct, there will be fertilization. That fallopian tube and oviduct is the same thing, students, don't get confused. Then what will happen? First of all, there will be the fusion of the sperm and the egg, that is called fertilization, because it takes place inside the body as, right, so we will call it the internal fertilization. So during this process, what will happen? For example, this is the egg, this is the sperm, and these are the nuclei. What will happen? These nuclei will fuse together first of all, and it will become a single nucleus, and common wall will be dissolved, and in this way a single, these first of all these will combine, and then common wall will dissolve and a single structure will be formed. This is just over in shape, it will become like this. Okay, the resultant structure is called the zygote. Thus the zygote, it contains the nuclear part. What is here? Nuclear part of the, here is present nuclear part of the sperm and nuclear part of the egg. So it means zygote is now having the characters of both father as well as the mother. Okay. Similarly, you can observe like the siblings, means the brother sisters and all, they are, how they are similar, how they look similar. If we study the family history, family tree, then we will see the similarities. Why they are? Because of this mixing of the characters here. Then after then there will be the development of the embryo. Okay, after then there will be the embryo. Means this is the structure formed, you know, zygote. Okay, zygote, it will start dividing into the cells. Okay, in this way here will be formed. For example, it will divide into 2 cells, then 4 cells. In this way a group of cells will be formed here. Then this structure is cluster of cells. This is called now the embryo, and it enter into the, where this, which part? It will enter the uterus. Okay, and then fixes itself there. Uterus is also called the womb commonly. Okay, so embryo, it means that process of fixing of the embryo in the uterus, that is called the implantation. And in book is written like clearly that embryo will plant itself in the lining of the uterus and continuously divide there. Means further development will occur now in the uterus. Okay, and when all the body parts will be formed and they can be easily identified, then we call that embryo into, means the next stage is that the fetus. Means all the parts now they can be easily demarcated, they can be easily seen. Okay, then fetus, then when it will born, then we call that infant. Okay, that is called infant, right? Next topic we will do in the next video. Okay.